Right, hey everybody. So, um, so this is just kind of a check on trying to figure out what I did wrong. So I read the comments and the feedback. Thank you, by the way. And it seems like these pins should be on this side, and the 3 pins should be at the bottom. I kind of messed that up. And then this chip should, yeah, well, unfortunately I soldered that to the board, PCB, so yeah, that's a bit of a waste. Anyway, I've got one more, and I figured before I put it all together on another board, solder the whole thing together, I figured that I'd try and use a breadboard. I haven't used one of these before, but I think the wiring is correct here. Let me just compare it to this. It should be the same, it should be right. So there you can see the orientation of the chip. Right, so at the moment I do have a load cell hooked up to this board, and I figured that it might be worth just checking if the Arduino board is actually working. So I've connected that to a pot. You can see the blue wires to A0, and then we've got the green wire to VCC, got the black wire to ground, and if we check in DI view, it's jumping around a bit, but stop doing that. Right, so if we turn, you can see that it is working, right? Great. So next thing I wanted to check was if this pot over here is dialed in correctly. So reading your comments, it should be on 200 ohms, so let's have a quick look at that. I think that's alright, I think that's correct, I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, so let's hook up this pot to the breadboard. Right, now to hook up this whole thing to the Arduino. So white goes into A0, we got black going to ground, and it's got popping on this side, and then red going to VCC. Right, and so you can check now in the DI view that those are the numbers that I'm getting, and so even if I bend this load cell, it's a 70 kilo load cell, which is freaking insanely hard to bend. I can't really. So if we go with the bathroom scale, let's quickly hook that up. Right, so I'm going to try and bend this thing. Nothing's happening. Yeah, so I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I'm giving this a really good squeeze. Yeah, let's try some of the troubleshooting. So I'm going to just switch the wires around so you can see some things happening there. DI view. Yeah, I mean, it's just random figures, they're kind of just going by themselves. yeah, so I'm not really entirely sure. So yeah, if anybody's looking at this and being like, hey, what the hell are you doing? You should be doing this. Please feel free to tell me. Um, I know absolutely nothing about any electronics, and I'm not really clued up about any of these components that much. So yeah, any help would be great. Getting this load cell to work. Yeah. So thanks, and yeah, hopefully this could also help somebody else. So cheers.